What is the greatest length you've gone to get away with a crime? We led the police on a 35-minute chase on foot, all while completely naked. When I was 14, I was sleeping over at my best friend's place, which was in a nice area of the city. He got the idea that we should go skinny dipping, hit-and-run style, on all the swimming pools in the neighborhood. There were a total of 5 pools within a block of my friend's house. We were traveling light to get in and out as fast as possible, just gym shorts and running shoes if I recall correctly. The first pool was fine, took off our clothes, got in, swam around for a bit and got out. We got to the yard of the second, and as we're halfway over the fence, we see there's a pool party already underway. The homeowners had much the same idea that we did, except they were much older, and it wasn't a pretty sight. 1981 was a crazy time. We got to house number 3 and everything looked good. My friend had one shoe off and his shorts around his ankles when the lights went on and the back door opened. We bolted. My friend made a nice recovery with his shorts, but lost his shoe. Now at this point, you'd think even a reasonably stupid pair of 14-year-old boys would see that things weren't going as expected and just call it an evening. Of course, we didn't. On to house 4. We took a few minutes to scope it out, and everything looked good. So off came our shorts and our 3 collective shoes, and we slid silently in. We were chuckling about our near miss at the last house, and maybe we were a little loud. Once again, lights came on, the door opened, and out came this woman, screaming at us. Hey! We'd made a rookie mistake. Our shorts and shoes were at the end of the pool closest to the door. We were at the other end of the pool, closest to the fence. We went for the fence. In retrospect, I really should have just gotten out, walked over, and gotten our stuff first. I mean, what was she going to do? Scream some more? But the reality is that being naked in front of my friend was one thing. This was back in the day when we still had to shower after gym class, and swimming trips to the YMCA were common. But walking up to some 40-something-year-old woman with everything hanging out, that took a degree of ballsiness that I just didn't have. Still naked, we hopped the fence into the next yard. Then, making sure the coast was clear, we hopped the fence into the next yard and into the next, just trying to stay in the darkness and figure out what we were going to do next. We waited for a bit, and then decided to go out to the street to make our way back to my friend's house. We were walking up the sidewalk, covering our manhood, when we saw the policeman talking to the lady who screamed at us. She started pointing and yelling, and next thing we knew it, we were sprinting butt-booty naked down the middle of the street with the cops huffing and puffing on our tail. Thankfully, they weren't in very good shape, and without any clothes, we had no wind resistance. We made it to some woods, ran pretty far in, and laid down. The cops shined their light over our heads, but then moved on. For the next 30 minutes, me and my best friend crawled through the woods until we made it to his backyard. Then we finally got some clothes. The next day was weird. Somebody came knocking on my friend's door, and after they had a brief chat with his dad, they gave him our shorts and the 3 shoes. His dad gave them back to us without question or comment. We did hear some laughter though,